Hey, how's it going? My name is Laya and I'm from the success team here at inFlow. Today we'll be going over bundling, kitting, and auto assembly after sale. Just make sure in order to do this that you have inFlow manufacturing. So let's get started. To begin with, I'm going to go ahead and actually create a brand new product. This is going to be the beginning of my bundle. Now that I'm here, I'm just going to quickly add a description to make my life easier. Okay, so now let the bundling begin. You need to click on the manufacturing tab right here, and you can either scan the products that you'd like to add together or you can just search for them. Since mine is going to be super simple, I'm just going to go ahead and actually search. Now, in my particular example right here, I'm just going to use 12 of the exact same cookies. This is my example. However, if you had multiple different cookies and you wanted to have 6 different varieties, this is where you'll add in all 6 of your different cookies. You'll just have 2 of them each. Or, if it could be a mix and match box, whatever your heart desires. But my heart currently just desires 12 chocolate chip cookies. Now that we're here, I'm just going to hit save before I decide if I want to add any assembly instructions. Now, this seems simple enough. It's just a bundle, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that. But what you will see here is I do have the cost of my white box that cookies are going to go into and my chocolate chip cookies. So this is essentially how much it's going to cost me. Now, I would ideally like to sell this for a little bit of a discount. So let's just say, I'm going to sell this for $25 because it's going to be cheaper. So let's just go ahead and make it 25 for a box of chocolate chip cookies. It's a little bit over $2 per cookie. That seems pretty good to me. Now let's go back to our manufacturing settings and you can see the option that you have right here. If you have an e-commerce business and you'd like to only have your cookies be bundled together once you've actually received an order, then you'd click on this option. If you're someone who likes to have a set of dozen cookies in stock at all times, then you'll just assemble manually as and when the time comes in. So for this specific case, since we are going to be looking at auto assembly after sale, I'm going to go ahead and click auto assembly. Now, combine quantities. What does this mean? Combined quantity is going to tell you how many of these specific bundles you can actually build. So depending on the number of cookies I have and the number of white boxes I have, it's inFlow is then going to calculate how many bundles or how many dozens of cookies I can create. Don't forget to hit save because you've taken some time to create this. Perfect. Now that we're here and we have everything set up, let's actually go and start creating some cookies. Actually, before we go ahead and create those sales orders, I just wanted you to double check and show you. Now that we've gone ahead and made sure that quantity buildable is always going to be available, as you can see right here, it tells me that I have 4 available because it can actually build 4. Why is that? Let's take a quick look. As you can see here, I've made 48 cookies. So a box of 12 into 4 essentially means that with the amount of stock that I have for chocolate chip cookies, I can only make 4 dozen boxes. However, since I do have over 300, it's still going to take only the cookies into account as opposed to all of these boxes because I may have 300 boxes, but I don't have 300 boxes worth of chocolate chip cookies. Hopefully, this is making sense to you right now. Now that we're back to this page, let's start selling some cookies. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a sales order to my handy dandy client. Let's go and switch the location to the location that my products are in. So in this case, it's going to be my default location. And then let me add the dozen cookies. Okay. Let's just say that in this case, I'm going to add 2 of these. And we've saved this order. Now, when you decide to go ahead and hit pick, I'm going to just go ahead and autofill and save. Now you could scan in this case if you'd like, but I'm just going to go ahead autofill. See how inFlow naturally just created the manufacturing order for me? Let's go take a look. As you can see here, this manufacturing order is already completed. I didn't have to lift a finger, I literally just clicked a button. There you have it. Manufacturing, auto assembly, bundling, and kitting, all made so much easier with inFlow. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.